So today we're finally going to be reading this new story that I have not been able to read until today. So thank goodness. If you guys don't remember, since it has been, I believe, about a month, I am so sorry. I think it's been a month. I'm not 100% sure though. We'll see. But anyways, it's just been a long time. So you guys originally voted on this story, which is a New Life Yandere Tobyx0c listener X Yandere Eyeless Jack, known as EJ. So yeah, this story is not completed, but it's getting updated. So I say that is good enough, right? So yeah, and there's 34 parts, so it's gonna take some time anyway. But let's start reading the summary. Oh, sorry, but before we do that, the author, by the way, is _demon_crimson_. Alright, now let's get into it. You never understood why your life was so fucked up. Why? Why did your life have to be so different than others? Yeah, sure, you were different, but fuck, you hated it. Everything. Everything was just so difficult. So dumb. You were just so tired. They hated you for no reason. Your dad was dead. Mom wasn't, but disowned you. And you got little to no fucking sleep most of the time. And you hated it and everything. The visions, sleep paralysis, being stalked, hearing things, every other thing that fucks with your mental state brings you one step closer to your true faith. And then here's the, I'm going to call this the PS areas. They said I own the OC. Excuse me. Only a few things will be changed to fit you, aka the reader. Multiple love interest, sensitive topics, trigger warnings on the chapters that needed them. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. If someone you know that does not in here. Hold on. If someone you know that's not in here, feel free to tell me. Sorry for spelling and grammar mistakes. Alright. Alright, yeah, so if you hear that noise in the background, I do apologize. That is my water filters. I don't know what's going on with them. By the way, yes, I am back home. Yay. But I don't know what's going on with my filters. They're just being a little bit loud than usual, but they're doing what they're supposed to. So I'm not going to complain too much about it, you know. But, let's get straight into it. Chapter 1, School. Backstory. Alright. Okay, trigger warnings for this one. Mentions of self-harm, pretty bad bullying, as well as very creepy and unsettling sleep paralysis description, stalking and paranoia, a bit of blood. You can skip this chapter, it's just a bit of a backstory. Also, yes, this chapter is fucked up. Okay, good to know. Now that I love when some authors do this, so I don't have to, like, actually create a whole, like, video that's, like, 1 to 2 minutes of warnings for the whole thing. So, yeah, that's nice. Thank you. You guys have been warned, for sure. So, yeah. Ahem. Beep, beep, beep. You slowly sit up. Beep, beep, beep. You lazily bring your hand over and turn off the alarm. Your hand had kind of slumped down onto it hard. You bring your hand away and look at where it hit you, as a light sting ran through your wrist. Of course. Your skin had been weakened by hurting yourself, so you were bleeding. You sigh and stand up. Lately, you have been having lots of sleep paralysis. Every night, you would go to sleep, then wake up at about 2 or so every morning and see something in the corner of the room, in the middle of the room, or by the window, or the bedroom door. Every goddamn night, you would feel paralyzed, and the entire time it would just silently stare. You only would be able to see its silhouette. You hated it, but the thing is, you would seem to never wake up. You wouldn't just pass out and wake up in the morning like you would think. You would just lay there until 4. Just 2 hours before you had to get up for a shitty day at school or doing nothing in your house. But it wouldn't disappear. It always left by the window or the bedroom door. Your bedroom floor is carpeted, so no footsteps. But every time it steps into the hardwood floors of your hallway, it'd make a soft tap before you see it walk off. The door wide open. So if the door's wide open and you didn't leave it wide open, and then you're hearing footsteps, like, it might be like, you might be quote unquote hallucinating, but what if, just what if, what if that's an actual person that's just stalking you, just an actual person. I mean, if that ever happened to me, if I knew for 100% I close the door or do something like normal and it's out of place, you best the fuck believe I'm calling the police. No, sir. Mm-mm. Once the alarm finally went off, you would feel free thinking it's over and be able to move. Though on the weekends, you would have to wait until a day before you felt safe to even move. Though you could. Anyway, you go and take a shower and brush your hair and teeth. You throw on a horror movie shirt and some ripped jeans. You wore these big black combat boots. This is giving something very similar to what I used to read. You eat a Pop-Tart or whatever you want to. I'm going to eat some eggs. And stand up. You grab a bandage and put it on your wrist and sigh. You sit and watch TV for about 15 minutes before you stand up. You grabbed your bag and started to leave. You hopped into your truck and drove to school. Once you sit there for about 3 minutes before coming out and walking into the building. Of course, your 3 bullies were always there waiting for you. You walked past them and one of them grabbed your arm and yanked you back to them, blocking your path. This sounds very similar to a movie I remember. It's called It, but it's very, very similar to a movie. Like, the scene, with the characters. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The 3. Well, it wasn't really 3. It was more than 3, but it was sometimes just show 3. You get the point, okay? Anyways, fuck off, you sigh. You look like shit. One laughed. She had long, straight blonde hair. She was skinny, A-cup chest, okay, a small ass, and wore a crop top and skinny jeans. She wore just normal tennis shoes. She was one of the main bitch's little proxies. Typical. Yeah, I feel like it too. You sigh. You hated them. You were tired of everything going on and just never could take a break from everyone and everything. Oh, did the sled of the school get scratched again? Laughs. Okay. Laughs the other proxy of the main bitch. What? Okay. She had short, brown, curly hair. She wore a big shirt under an open baggy jacket that her jock boyfriend gave her. She wore shorts and high-knee socks with Converse. Okay, these are getting oddly specific and oddly like something that actually never happens at schools anymore or just never happened in general. Kinda. My alarm clock fucked up my wrist this morning because I have thin skin on my wrists. You say. You didn't care that they were trying to bully you. You were just too tired. Did you not get enough sleep or something, whore? Asked the blonde one. Never do. You roll your eyes. You just go around them. Whatever. I guess she got wrecked by her dad again last night. Laughed the main bitch. She had long blonde hair as well. But it was longer. She wore a short skirt, a crop top, and very expensive shoes. You stop. You turn back to her. Oh, what? Finally realizing how much of a stupid slut you are? You should totally off yourself. I'm not saying that. She laughs. You walk back over to her. Oh, goodness. Alright. Listen, bitch. I am done with all of your dumb shit. I only got 3 hours of sleep because of sleep paralysis. My father is dead, and my mother disowned me because she thought it was my fault, and I wouldn't let her make me into a Catholic girl. I have a job so I can live in my small, shitty home. Not to mention, I constantly put up with their bullying because you just have to make my life worse than it already is because your parents neglect you. Her parents divorced. You point to the other blonder one. Her dad is fuck knows where. And her mom has a shitty boyfriend. You point to the brunette. So shut the fuck up for one fucking day before I finally let go of the little string that is keeping me from killing you 3 assholes. You hiss. Okay. You were done, and you hated it. All 3 stood there, dumbfounded, and started to feel bad about themselves. You left them. You got to your classroom, and you slumped into your seat in the corner near the window. You sigh and notice that the teacher was using the bathroom. You, the only one in the unlocked room, you let her head drop and let the bag against the desk. You sigh and then look towards the window. You just watch the window and look out at the street. For a second, you thought you saw something near the tree just outside the school fence. You do a double take, but nothing was there. You shake your head and sigh. Paranoia. Another thing that you have been getting a lot since your sleep paralysis has started. You sigh. The entire day was tiring and shitty. Like always, no one stopped fucking with you. The entire school hated you. For what, you may ask? Oh, because why not? You were someone they could all just bully and fuck with because you were too tired to stop them. Because of the queen bitch telling everyone what happened, they targeted you more. You were just so done. Once the day at school was done, we just wanted to leave and go home and slap your bag down on the floor. Oh, whoopsie. Just ignore just wanted. You walked to your bedroom and locked and closed the door. You slumped down, sliding down the door. Man, I hate school. You sigh. You just wish they wouldn't act like young kids who liked another kid and thought being mean was supposed to be flirting. God, you hated that. You hated everything. You sigh. I know some people say that still to this day, like, oh my god, if that boy's meeting you, he totally likes you. Such lies, bro. I've never heard such bullshit coming out of someone's mouth. Oh my god. I remember getting told by that, I believe, by either the principal or a teacher. It was a long time ago, but that guy almost broke my nose whenever I was young. Of course, he's totally doing that to show his feelings. Of course. As you can tell, I don't go to that school no more. But it was like an elementary, but still, like, that shit is, it's toxicity right there, for real. That's why the school shut down. Anyway. Okay, where were we? That's when the ringing started. You cover your ears and curl into a ball. It didn't work. It never works. You started to shake and you screamed. Ah. I can't scream right now, I'm sorry. Ah, fuck, stop it. You hissed. Since you were a child, there would be a static-like noise that played through your ears whenever you felt not alone in a room. It only stopped when the lonely feeling was back. Please leave me alone, you hiss. It made your ears bleed as it got louder and louder. This is where our story begins. Oh, nice. Just so nice. Ugh. Oh yeah, so he's in chapter 2. The new kids. Okay. Like, let's think about this though. Like, let's think about it. Okay, if it's these 3. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. The mask, you probably look like the oldest man there. Hoodie, honestly, I don't think there's ever been anything like actual showing his face. So he'll maybe look okay. I don't know. I can guarantee you right now, this man has not been getting any sunburns or anything, or because the sun, like, the more you have not, like, for example, if you go out in the sun without sunscreen, it makes your face age faster. Guaranteed, this motherfucker ain't putting sunscreen. He has a mask on almost at all times, so his skin should be okay. Maybe with a little bit of acne, but who knows. And then this guy right here, I don't know how he's able to get away, because if we don't remember the detail about Toby, I mean, he has like a literal, like a little chunk of his like cheek out, and you could see his teeth and everything, so I don't know how on earth he's gonna cover that. I mean, it could be with a mask, but I mean, come on now. And then I don't know, it's just, the mask would probably look the oldest, honestly. I'm glad. And probably sick. Literally. So, yeah. I don't know what the hell happened, but something happened. But anyways, you guys get my point. Chapter 2, The New Kids. That's when the rings started. Oh, let's go through all of that, because we already read it. Okay. Your eyes started to brim with tears. You tried to calm down and control yourself. You were in lots of pain and you hated it. You hated everything. Everything. Fuck. Then it stopped. The sound of silence was louder than the static now. You felt alone again. You panted and held your legs to your chest, resting your head on your knees. You hated this shit. You hate a lot of stuff, girl. You huff softly and sit there as a light ringing filled your ears. It wasn't because of the static. It was because it was just something your ears do to make a sound when it's silent. It was just annoying. You go and clean up the blood from your ears and go to your room. You lay in your bed for the rest of the day watching YouTube under your covers. You stay up until 2 before drifting to sleep. That time, no sleep paralysis. Maybe it was because of how late you fell asleep or something. You didn't care. I mean, now I think about it. How the hell does she think that sleep paralysis has a time? Like, oh, I don't get my sleep paralysis now. I get it at 4:30 p.m. Western time. They don't pick us. No. No. But, you know what? Okay. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. You turn off your alarm like you did the day before and sit up. You do your morning routine. You sigh and leave. You get to school around the same time and sit at the same place as you normally do. After everyone was in the class, the teacher came in. She was a pretty good teacher. Good morning and hello to my wonderful students. She greets smiling. Wonderful? Not really good? Nope. You think to yourself, today we have some new students. Isn't that awesome? She asked, smiling. Oh, wonderful. More assholes to fuck with me. You say out loud, yeah, good luck. Laughs one of the dudes near you. You roll your eyes. The teacher couldn't hear you or him because you were both in the very back. Then they come in. 3 of them. All guys. They all had brown hair. One wore a yellow jacket with a collar instead of a hood, gray jeans, and boots. His skin was slightly pale. The one on the left wore an orange hoodie. He had dark blue jeans and boots as well. His skin was about the same. Then one up to the right of the one in the yellow had a very unique hoodie design, a navy blue hood part. The torso was a brownish color, and his sleeves were a different color gray stripes. He would constantly twitch or jolt. He had a bandage over one of his cheeks. He was more of a gray color, as if he was sick. Well, I mean, that's one way to cover it, but, you know, people question. And then you have it there for like a month. Then people really start to question. Everyone say hello to Toby Rogers, Tim Wright, and Brian Thomas. And then the author's like, that's Brian's last name, right? I don't know, girl. Everyone greets them. Looks like we got a new freak. a guy yelled out and spit a spitball straight at Toby. He dodged it and it hit the chalkboard. The teacher gasped. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you just did that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but attention. If you can't be nice, then you have no place in my classroom. She spoke sternly. Some of the kids spoke softly as an ooh like sound came from them. You laugh. Holy, you laugh. Serves you right for doing that in front of the teacher, you say. He glares at you and leaves. What is this, a stereotypical high school? Okay, you three say something interesting about you, then we can start with class. The teacher smiles. I'm Brian. Me and Tim like to record and use cameras. Tim nods. I'm Tim, and I'm the one mainly being filmed. I'm Toby. I have Tourette's, which is why I'm stuttering and twitching. He says, you hum softly and keep an eye on them. They had an unsettling vibe, but not what the other kids gave off. It was different. Of course, they look like 30-year-olds by now. The three take seats just in front of you. The one directly in front of you was Toby Rogers. You heard them talking. This is so dumb. Why can't we just take what we want? What we want to bring her to Slenderman? Brian asks. Because Slendy said to be careful with the target. Can't just kidnap someone, whispers Toby. I don't know. We did it before. Brian mumbles. You lean forward to them. Hey, you three, shut up, please. You say. Toby jolts as all three look at you. They nod and Tim apologizes. They turn back and Tim whispers, close one. Okay, let's talk later. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. I'm so sorry, but ain't no way. Because listen. Listen, I've read some stories and some of them were very, very brutal. Remember that one time, it's going to be probably with my older subscribers, if they even remember. It's okay if you don't. I never required it. But there was one time where I posted a vote and it suggested us to vote on one of them because they were very, very, or something of the mentioning of a story that was very brutal, and that personally, it was just, I ended up reading it with my friend. It was like a Masky X reader. Shit was brutal. Don't know where I put it last time, but it was brutal. Was it bad? To some extent, kinda. And then, you guys, I don't know. I don't think you guys would appreciate it. It was a brutal story because I feel like it gave the really realisticness of Masky, but at the same time kind of like made it a little bit too crazy. Like, I don't think he'd spend his time with that, but like, okay. So I'm drinking some orange juice right now. And it was just not a good story to read for the channel. Thank goodness I'm not putting in no more votes about that story. Absolutely not. But anyways, let's continue with this crappy whispering thing we have apparently. You would have a bad feeling about this. What do you mean? You should not only have a bad feeling. I think you should get up and tell the principal. They're talking about literal kidnapping. Girl. Anyway, it was gym now. You hated gym a lot. The teacher was okay and too many kids. Then when Brian, Tim, and Toby walk in, you make sure you were sure they were following you. You shrug it off. The gym teacher said that they were new kids and go easy on them if they play, which they didn't. They stayed near a wall as you read, sitting on the bleachers. A ball was thrown and hit your face and bounced off of your book, getting it dirty and making you drop it. You held your face and pick up your book. You make sure the page was clean and dusted off before checking up on yourself. You just had a small bruise on your forehead. Hey, freak, toss it, says one of them. Dude, come on. Remember last time she threw a ball at us? It broke someone's nose. You're more crazy than her. Another laughs and wraps his arm around their shoulder. You start to growl softly and throw the ball so hard that when it hits the first one, it makes him fall and grab onto the next person. One nose was bleeding, and both hit their head so hard they passed out. The ball bounced and slowly rolled off to the side. Ugh, stop hurting everyone, bitch. Everyone likes to cuss around here like they're just brand new at it. A girl says. You sigh and start to step down the staircase of the bleachers that you sat on. Stop. You don't need to have a school body count. You stop. Everyone watches, waiting to see what would happen. No one is speaking and barely anyone is moving. Then a loud crack is heard and everyone looks at Toby. He had just twitched. Some students started to laugh. Oh, it's just a new freak, says the dude. You hop off the bleachers and making a creak. Everyone stares back at you. You walk calmly to the guy that just made the comment. He takes a step back. Listen, the new kid doesn't deserve your BS. Just stop before I do have to make a school body count. You hiss. And why do you care? He asked. Well, it's hard to relate to someone like in a stereotypical school because they don't really include school shootings that are sadly much more common in the United States right now. So I think you would just be scared just by that. Like, I'd be running, honestly. If someone told me anything like that, I'm running to where? Out of school, never coming back. Anyways, Chapter 3, Getting Along with Toby. What, you ask? Why do you, he pokes your chest, care? He asks, because the deal is that you guys fuck with me. You punch him hard in the chest, making him grab to where you punched him, and you leave others alone. On what? You don't want to be lonely, so you're standing up for him? No, I don't care if I'm lonely. I just hate when you motherfuckers break the deal. You say, and kick him in his stomach. He falls back, grabbing his tummy. God damn it. He hisses. You walk over to the three new kids. Don't let the assholes get to you. You say directly to Toby. I can protect myself. He says, you probably could, but that won't make him stop. Nothing can. Kids at this school don't care enough about people like me, you and those two. Yet they are surprised when we can throw a punch. Yeah, he nods. His face heats up. You didn't want to talk to them, but you made yourself try to keep Toby from making things worse. You go back to your spot on the bleachers and start to read again. At lunch. Of course the three new kids were there, you know. Same grade, same lunch. Anyways, you sit there in the corner of a lunch table just reading. You never ate the school food because it was just nasty to you. Others deal with it, brought their own, or didn't eat. You were so into your book that you didn't even notice the three new kids sitting at the same table as you, just on the opposite end and the opposite end of the table, which was about 5 feet-ish. They whispered to themselves about how they would do their mission. So, how is she going to trust us enough to come with us? Tim asked impatiently. Listen, Tim, I understand wanting to get this over with and killing someone, but we can't, not yet. Toby says softly. That's rich coming from you, Mr. Rogers. Tim hisses lightly, making Toby mad. Oh my God, you two shut up. Listen, we can't just come right out and say why we are there. That's 1, crazy dumb, and 2, that most likely won't work. Brian said, kind of breaking them apart and getting them back on track. Look, this will be new to all of us because we normally just grab her and take her, but Master needs our time with this one. She isn't like, oh, I'm just gonna follow these strange new guys. Oh my God, it's a demon fairy thing. He says, you guys know what? Master told us about it. He knows it's gonna be hard, and we know too. They all nod, and all three observe your behavior. One of the main bullies shove you out of your seat and onto the floor. They laugh and go over to Tim, Toby, and Brian. And who are you three? She asks as they sit in front of them. You got up and slept back into your seat. New students, Tim says. They swoon over him and Brian, but not over Toby. He didn't seem to care. In fact, he seemed to laugh at the two killers he sat with being flirted by high school girls. See, the stereotypical high school that just shoved the target to the ground. He leans towards Tim, who is next to him. I'm going to see if I can connect with the target, he whispers. Tim nods and looks at Brian. They will play along to get Toby a bit of time to talk to you. Toby slides over to you as he was closest to you. Hey, he says, getting your attention. You look up at him. Oh, hey, what's up? You asked. You okay there? Yep. My bully's just being hoes, so you shrug, unaffected. Is that what it is? Yep. Yesterday they tried to fuck with me. Not in the mood, so I talked back and made things worse with the entire school. You sigh. Just a few more fucked up months and it's done. I can leave. You sigh. Is testing coming up? Yeah, but I don't have to do that anymore. You see, I have a deal with the school to where I normally get the top of my class. They shrug off the fact that I have to do tests. The staff at the school is amazing. Yeah, cool. So, I'm sorry if this is a touchy subject, but can I ask what happened to your face? You ask. Only if I can ask what happened to yours, he says. You both laugh. You had a scar over your eye and on your cheek. Yeah, well, my face scars are from when I was younger. My dad. Wow, I can't remember when I got it or how. He points to his bandage. Want to see it? He asks jokingly. Actually, yeah, I do want to see it, if that's okay. He was surprised. Sorry, that's weird. I know, I'm just fascinated with scars. I think they're really cool. You say, and then laugh. I know I'm weird. He laughs too. No, it's fine. He undoes his bandage and shows the scar on his cheek. Oh, bro, that's fucking nasty. You laugh. That's fucking awesome. I can see your freaking teeth. Is it real? He opens his mouth and sticks his tongue out to the hole in his face. Oh my god, that's nasty. You laugh. You put your fucking tongue back in your mouth, dude. You laugh and gently hit his arm. He laughs. You asked. What, rather... I fucking up my own words. Oh my god. What, would you rather see it like this? He sticks his finger through the hole and out of his mouth. Oh, bro. No, stop. I get it. It's fucking real. You laugh and punch him again. He laughs, taking his finger from his mouth. You fix the bandage and notice he has gloves and his fingers were wrapped in bandages. What happened to your fingers? Oh, my anxiety. He says. He's unsure, but it was a guess. Oh, you say softly. Sorry about asking. Do you do it anymore? No. Alright. Chapter 4. The Breakdown. You gently hum. I understand that, though. You say. He looks at you. You do? Yeah, I think that scar is also cool. Just looks nasty when you put something through it. You chuckle. Oh, thanks? He questions. You laugh. Oh, look! She finally found another freak, the queen bitch says, as they bring their attention to you. They stand and go over. And the piece has finally been broken. You sigh. Look, girls, I think it's flirting. She pushed your head down, shoving you to the table. Hey, don't touch her, Toby hisses. Make me, Tissy. It reminds me of something. She hisses. He stands and you elbow two of the girls and then turn shoving the bitch queen. Fuck off, damn, you hiss. You're such a bitch. Girl, have you seen yourself? Have you read yourself? Hiss the queen bitch. You stand and kick her, making her roll onto her back. You press your boot onto her chest and put pressure. Huh, what was that? I couldn't hear you over how much I could fucking end you right now. Because right now, you just gum under my fucking shoe. You hissed. The little bit of sleep, mixed with a lack of energy and possibly new friends, made you less patient than before. Stop! She gasped for air. And now look who's stuttering. You laugh. Toby, Tim, and Brian all stand and look over. Others do too. Two jocks and the head of football team came running in and rip you away from their girlfriends. They shove you towards Toby and make you stumble as he catches you. Get away from them, one hisses as Toby helps you to your feet. Everyone makes a small ooh sound and watch. You grab your stuff and leave shoving past people. But you should be careful who you bully. Those things can catch up to you. Toby says before him, Tim, and Brian leave and follow you. You go into the bathroom and go into the stall and sit up against the wall and crouch down. You try to collect yourself into the wall. Your mind spun as you hit the wall. Static filled your ears and you cover your mouth and scream into your hands. All of a sudden it stops as you hear a banging. You felt sick. Hey, are you in there? Toby's voice called. You stand and go to a stall and throw up. It wasn't the single Pop-Tart you had that day, but it was stomach acid and blood. Hearing the sound of you gagging and throwing up made them look around and go in quickly. They go and knock on the stall door. Why are you throwing up? Tim asks. You realize they were in the girls' bathroom. Guys, get out of the girls' bathroom before you throw up again. Someone sees you. You cough. Static starts to ring again. This time the boys heard it too. Oh, fuck. Toby hisses as all of them cover their ears. That was the last thing you heard before the static was heard over everything, making your ears bleed. You faint and hit the ground. Almost 15 minutes later, it stops, and they are able to get you out of the stall by climbing over it and unlocking it. They quickly leave. They quickly leave the school, even if they weren't supposed to. They didn't care. So, where's this chick's house anyway? Brian asks. Just bring her to Slenderman? No, it's not her time just yet. You must be patient and wait. Once her sanity is lost, she will be ready. The loud voice booms, but only in the three proxies' ears. Yes, sir, they say. They find your keys, your truck, and found your address in your cupboard. Toby held you close to him and made sure you were breathing. Tim drove, and Brian was looking for the house, and then he saw it. He points to it. They pull into the driveway. They get you out of the car and go to the door. It was locked. They fumbled with your keys for a good few minutes before finding the right key and opening the door. The house seemed old but sturdy. There was no mailbox, just a little basket outside for the mail. No insects or spiders were anywhere outside of your house. When they got in, they were surprised. The air was cool, and all lights were off. Tim turned on the lights and went inside. The outside may look old, but the inside looked new. Very clean, unripped wallpaper. A red couch that wasn't dirty or torn. The TV wasn't new, but it wasn't also old. It was a good size and worked fine. There was a coffee table between the TV and couch. The kitchen seemed basic, a few dishes in the sink. They laid you onto the couch and took more of a look around. Your parents' room went untouched, so everything there was the same. Your room had the basics, but also had a computer. Your extra room, that was once your mom's office, she moved out herself, not wanting to talk to you about leaving. It was cleared out, and it was full of broken items. You used that as an anger management room. Never even thought about that, but okay. You woke up around 6 p.m.-ish. You sit up slowly in a light daze. You look around. Where am I? You asked softly and looked around. How did I get here? You asked yourself. We brought you home. Tim said. You jolt and fall off the couch. Oh, fuck. Not the fun fuck. You mumble and slowly stand up. You felt dizzy still. You got a bad hit with your iron deficiency, making your head spin. Even if you did get up slowly, it didn't help. You look at the three boys. I have multiple questions, and you three are gonna fucking answer. And what if we don't? Brian asked, crossing his arms. You glare. I mean, you're in her house, you know. I think it would be fair if you'd answer some questions at least. Like, damn. Ariel, so he is in chapter 5, questions. Oh, mentions of suicide near end of chapter. Thank you for warning us. You glare at Brian. You grab the machete you hid under the couch cushion, pointing it at him. Then I'll have to clean up a bit of blood and 3 bodies, you hiss. Okay, listen, we will answer your question. Just put the machete down. Toby says, Will you two do too? Yeah. You ask Tim and Brian. Tim nods and Brian sighs and nods too. You set the machete's dull side on your shoulder. Good, you say, and sit at the dining room table. They sit in the extra chairs. Shoot, Toby says and twitches. You look to see if they got your truck too, and they did. First, how the fuck did you guys get me out of the stall? Second, how the fuck did you guys leave school? Third, how the fuck did you find my car and my address? Fourth, why are you still in my fucking house? Fifth, what the fuck? Sixth, what did you motherfuckers touch in my house? Seventh, have you seen anyone out of the windows yet like I do? You ask, listing the current questions. But you had so many more. That's just the ones you need to know now. First, Toby climbed the stall wall, and got you out. Unlocked the stall and we just left. No one tried to stop us. That's also the answer to your second question. Tim says, we found your car keys in your bag and found your car that way. Your car's fine. We found your address in your cupboard. Brian says, we were making sure you weren't dead. Toby says, not sure how to answer that what the fuck thing. Toby says softly, we didn't touch much in your house. We didn't move anything, so calm down about that. Tim says, crossing his arms. And what do you mean by someone in the window? Toby asks. I think I'm being stalked by some creepy motherfucker, you say inside. What does he look like? Tim asked. I never said it was a he, but anyway. He looks like he has very fluffy hair, but also wears baggy clothes. He also appears in my sleep paralysis lately. He's so creepy, you say. I think there's 2 of them. Sometimes the outside guy moves a lot than normal and kind of jolts. Kind of like you, Toby. You say, then look at Toby. You feel a bit less comfortable near him. What? Toby asked, tilting his head. Nothing, just... You hear him, you said softly to him. Your ticks and cracks your body makes matches one of my stalkers. Do you honestly think I'm stalking you? I don't know much about you, man. I mean, for all I know, you and Tim could have been stalking me, and Brian could have been in my room in my sleep paralysis making it real, you say and start to stress. Is your stalkers really in your house right now? What could they have done when you were unconscious? I wouldn't stalk you. I didn't even know you before today, Toby lies. I guess I'm just fucking crazy. You sigh and shrug off the stalker thoughts. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, question for you guys. Shoot. Toby smiles softly. Can you guys tell me more about you 3 boys? Toby, you go first. You say, I hope you don't think I'm weird or strange. I'm physically numb. Toby says, oh, you can't feel anything? You ask. He nods. You poke him. Can you feel that? He shakes his head. You poke him in a different place. That? He shakes his head. You slowly take his bandage off and put your finger through the rip of his cheek and poke his tongue. He grabs your wrist and pushes it back. Why did you do that? I wanted to see if you could feel it. I can't feel it, but I can taste. Am I salty? Very. He nods and you laugh. Pretty cool, man. I wish I couldn't feel pain. It's not all that tucked up to be. Toby says, yeah, I know, but still. You shrug. What about you two? We love cheesecake. Tim shrugs. Me and him take pills for a bit of mental problems, Brian says. So, y'all have like ADHD or something? You ask. Something like that. Brian lies. Anyways, Tim smokes. Brian, what the hell? Tim asks and you laugh. Smoke what? Weed or just normal cigarettes? You ask. Normal cigarettes. Toby says, well, thanks, asshole. Tim hisses. Nice. You laugh. Anyway, so what made you guys come to my school? Expelled. Toby lies. Same. Tim says. Yeah. Tim nods. Of course lying. But you know what you should never do. Don't ever. I'm telling y'all guys, for real. Do not smoke cigarettes. Have y'all seen the amount of damage it can do? Like, no sir. No sir. I am good. I do not want my lungs to be literal black tar. I am perfectamente with my beautiful, clean lungs. Anyways, why? Fire, Toby said. Fight, Tim says. Both. Brian said. More lies. Oh, damn, you laugh. Nice. So, who do you guys live with? You know, where I live and that I live alone. So, what's going on with y'all? We live together, Toby says. Now, that's not a lie. Damn, I can't imagine living with someone, you say and shrug. So where are your parents? Tim asks. You say shrugging. My dad shot his brains out in the car. My mom disowned me because she thought it was my fault when I wouldn't let her turn me into a Catholic. Holy shit, you cut Tim off. It's whatever, you say, shrugging it off. Anyway, I'm hungry, so get out of my house, you say, standing up. Where are you going? Toby asks. Just out. Now leave, you say. Okay, well, that is quite interesting. We're making some progression. Very much progression. We're already in chapter 5, so that's really nice. But, anyways, guys, I apologize if I sound like a little bit out of the world right now. It's just I don't feel that good right now. Don't know why. Just, I think headache, but we'll have to see. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this. What do you guys think is going to happen next in the comments down below? Oh, comments down below. See, I'm already losing my mind. In the next series of this, in the comments down below, please let me know. What I think is going to happen. Well, they're probably going to end up going with us somewhere, probably to eat. Don't know where. Don't know with. I don't know. I have a feeling. Or they'll probably leave and then start stalking us from a distance. That's what I'm kind of thinking around here. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see. But if you have any other theories, let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, your girl sadly gotta cut this short because she don't feel great. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. Anyways, your girl's gotta go. Bye and peace.